ahead of the new season?
Well, as I said, it generates belief. You know, we have a lot of things to improve still, but to be able to compete against these sort of teams in a final like this, it makes me really proud.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How close, he says, regarding the future of his star player, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. We'll continue to watch this space, who knows. Here's a nice one for you. Mikel Arteta is second in terms of win percentage in Arsenal boss, only behind Arsene Wenger. I mean, it's early days, but that's a nice stat to have for him.
Yeah, of course. And you have to say he's rightly so proud of his players. It's very early in the season. It's one game, of course, a lot of work ahead. We've said already that he's got to, get these signatures on the board. But the important thing is, if you talk a lot as a manager, you've got to get good results. You can see he's done work on the training ground. In order to keep everyone still listening and buying into what you're doing, you need to get good results and win trophies. So it's a really good introduction for him, and he's got to keep doing it next year. But it's up against the likes of Liverpool week in and week out, so the bar will keep rising.
Quickly and scoring goals, blowing teams away.
This has been worked on the training ground. They must have done this countless times. Bear in mind they're probably playing against the youth team when they're doing it. They're playing against top-class players here, and this was unbelievably good the way they played out here. It's a beautiful ball from Bellerin. Saka, who was fantastic, certainly first half, with possibly the pass of the match. And you get it out to your match winner, and he does the rest from there.
And the movement, Maitland-Niles making an underlapping run, and then you've got the overlapping run from the centre half. Playing in a back three today, Tierney is running, but this guy, that is raw ability that he has there to be able to do that, and he's the icing on the cake player that they can't afford to lose.
Well, he's as good as anyone in the Premier League. He is.
Good as anyone in Europe.
He's scored 30 goals in the last 2 seasons. You don't bet against him scoring another 30 goals this season. I mean, he is the match winner. He's someone they have to keep hold of.
And when they were playing out from the back down here, at first you were going, what are they? But it takes such confidence. Of course it is, because of the position you played on the football field. But it takes such confidence and belief in what you're doing to do that, particularly against this Liverpool team.
And they did that against Man City in the semi-final of the FA Cup, so it's something they're able to do. But Xhaka came and takes it. There's 3 men in their own box. We were obviously still adjusting to that new rule change from last year, but they play it beautifully. And then he then plays it out, and off they go. And the young man Saka, though, the decisions, we were talking off air, young players don't make those kind of decisions. They don't get it right every time, but Saka does. He didn't play in the cup final. He signed a brand new deal. He could have sulked a little bit, not a bit of it. He's come in today, and he's been exceptional. And that story just keeps growing for those young Arsenal players.
Yeah, really, really impressed with him today. His decision making as well, I thought it was first class. Like you said, at 18 years old, that's something you have to coach into them. But he seems to have that naturally.
I want to talk about the Arsenal defending as well with you. Since he's come in, he's improved the defence, Mikel Arteta. They've gone from last season conceding on average a goal and a half a game to just under a goal a game now under the new man.
Because people know their roles and responsibilities, and they know the roles of the people in front. And Xhaka as well, we've not mentioned him, but he's very insecure in that mid. And really, it's about knowing your jobs, and it's like never really diving in. Look, just tucking across. David Luiz again. The ball comes in the box. They've got their man sewn up. Another little header there from Holding, who's come in, has been out for a long time. They don't panic, and they're all working for the team. Look, another important interception there.
Well, this was a danger all afternoon. I don't know how many crosses Andrew Robertson got in, but they defended them so well. There was a couple of times where I fancied going down there myself and heading one of Robertson's crosses in, but
you probably could have reached from here, to be fair, Crash.
You have to say, how many crosses did he get in? Honestly, he was the real
15.
The real threat. Well, there you go, 15. But usually, when Trent's back...
But he's not letting go of it.
It was Vic Akers in our day that used to carry the trophies in. Yeah, not Arsene Wenger.
Really nice.
We've been doing an interview of him.
What you both still think, though, that Arsenal are short of being a top 4 team? What still needs to improve to just make that next step?
I think maybe it's in that midfield. You need a really world-class midfield player to drop into that midfield. And then at the back, they've obviously Gabriel is a player they're looking to buy. Saliba on the bench, haven't seen anything of. So they're growing in that area. It's going to start developing a new defence. But the middle of the park may be where the money's spent this summer.
Yeah, I think they have strengthened defensively. That was obvious, I think, last season. Certainly at the start of last season, before Arteta came in, that they needed the strength. They've done that. I do think Aubameyang needs help with goals. Lacazette was you know, not at his best maybe last season. Ozil with you know, has struggled. I don't know what's happening with him, but they have got players to come back to
Martinelli,
yeah, he'll be back from injury. So they have got talent. I just feel that, you know, Chelsea have strengthened so well. I love the players that they've bought. I think Man City and Liverpool are too far ahead of them, and I suppose it with them a bit of a fight for fourth with United.
Interesting stuff. Well, let's hear it then from the Liverpool manager, Jurgen Klopp. Ahead of this one, he was so confident, wasn't he? He told Lindsay before the game that he feels pre-season's been fine. The players felt good. They were ready for the game. And just like last season, they lost on penalties. Here he is with Lindsay.
Commiserations, Jurgen. Hard to take losing the Community Shield on penalties again. Why do you feel it didn't go your way today?
Okay, personally, we conceded a goal during the game. I think they had exactly two to finish the goal, and then one situation which was similar after a long diagonal ball where we left Nico alone against Oba. They come inside. One Oba could finish it off. In the other moment, Ali could make a save. That was it pretty much. Apart from then, we had to play against low block with an incredible counter-attacking threat. In these games, you need then the final punch. I think in the end we created scored a nice goal, deserved the equalizer for sure.